Speaking freedom, giving you the answers to be free.
We use the client to develop, to grow, and to bring out the best in themselves. We are simply a tool to help you learn how to make better decisions. Not just one decision, not just today, but for the rest of your life. Encouraging each person through each trial and tribulation.
Work call. Yeah, man. Gotta go in here and dance, but I don't get tired.
I keep doing these videos and not posting. But these last two videos I did today are very time sensitive. So hopefully I will post them today and tomorrow and then get their shorts rolling soon. So first video I did earlier before I got myself together was about Jeffrey Epstein and the fallout. That's what I called it, the fallout of the Epstein Files, because over the next year or 2 or 3, I don't know how long it's going to take, but over the next year for sure, we're going to see the fallout from who is being exposed as being in partnership, business with, a consultant to, or around heavily Jeffrey Epstein, because he is a known pedophile. There is millions of records of his pedophilia and everything that went on within Epstein Island, or whatever it was called, them eating children, beating children, raping and sex trafficking children. So that video was done, and I was just at home just thinking and wanted to record that because somebody in Dubai just stepped down from a good position, or a great position, because his name was released. So if it's 3 million or more, even if it's 300,000 files, but I think it's somewhere near the 3 million mark of files that have been released. So it is going to take a while for people to go through the files, verify the information, see whose name is where. I know it's a lot of people that had relationships or weird ships that was dealing with Jeff Epstein. So it's going to be interesting to see the fallout of that. In light of that, I also want to talk about this video that's going around of a gentleman and Pastor McNutt. That is a crazy name. So he is a pastor, bishop, deacon, or something of another, and he is taking in a young man. The mom is there, is supposed to be the pastor's cousin, and there is an older brother or child. I don't know if these little boys are actually so the pastor person is the cousin of the mama for the 16-year-old, but he is the not the dad, but called dad. He is I don't think they did the paperwork for this guy to take custody of the child, but the dad, the real dad, said, sure, if you want to raise him, go ahead. And I'm sure if the mother was persistent as well, that probably influenced it, because normally, just generally speaking, if you think of a pastor, you're thinking a good person, somebody that has good intentions, and somebody who is going to do right by whoever they take in. So there is a video of this little boy being made to apologize. In the video, they describe the pastor being arrested because the little boy spoke out at school, and at school he told them that it was some type of abuse going on. He called his grandmother. They talk about the whole thing on this video on Facebook. He called the grandmother. He told the grandmother that he was being abused and wanted to be picked up. The grandmother must live far or something or another. So they took his phone. The pastor went to jail overnight. The prosecutor thinks that there is more to the story. If you look at it, it looks like more to the story. There's a video also of the man tickling the little boy and kind of touching his private parts or being in between his legs, and going after his butt, which was kind of weird. But if you look at the video, the little boy looked like he's been in trouble. He looks scared, a little bit complicit, and you know, like, he's a 16-year-old child, but when he talks and he speaks, he does not sound like a 16-year-old child. He sounds like he might have a younger personality than his age, and he seems like a regular, ordinary kid. So they made him get online and apologize and say that he was a manipulative person. I mean, they're just really tearing the little boy's spirit down on this video. And what I will say, because it's going viral, because people think that there is abuse in that home. And honestly, when you're dealing with religiously deep people, they can be abusive because they believe in that spare the rod, spoil the child, and training up a child in the way that they should go. But a lot of these people are dealing with their own demons that they don't address. Demons are really just unresolved issues that you don't address because they make you feel some way that's uncomfortable. And instead of you feeling uncomfortable and working through that emotional state, that whatever this experience, this personality trait, whatever that is, you had to address. So instead of addressing it in the Christian world, is what I call Christian denial. In the Christian world, they call them demons. And again, normally, demons do exist. I do believe that there are evil energies that can take over and encompass people, as well as evil energies that people just, attract and have. But in a lot of cases, even the evil energy is based on unhealed mentalities, because as you heal, you begin to see things different, you move a little different, you function differently. However, so this video, I watched the video, and then somebody else posted a little tickling video, and it was weird. Even the video of him being made to apologize is kind of weird. And so I was a little pushed aback. Okay, so a couple of things can be true. There can be sexual inappropriateness happening. And that little boy might need some discipline or another. But this child that I'm seeing does not look like a bad child. He looks like a child that's very subservient to whatever they're saying. He's gonna do it. He does look like he get whoopings. He does look like, he gets stern punishment over bullshit, probably, because this is the nature and how religious people normally discipline and handle their children. So, and not all religious people beat their children or deal with them harshly. Not all religious people are bad people. However, there are some who come to leadership positions because of manipulation, because they're running from things and they don't want people to hold them accountable. So sometimes, not always, there are some people who become pastors, leaders, ministers to cover themselves. Because if I'm the leader, if I am the pastor, then nobody is going to question me. And a lot of times in these situations and environments, nobody is doing background checks. Nobody is, and in a lot of instances, there is no background check that can be done that would reveal this, because everybody who is a pedophile and or is do bad things, they don't always have a record. Some people get off. Some people never go to jail. Some people never get caught. So, it's not something that a background check alone can solve for real. That a background check by itself is not going to get you the results you need to figure out who people are that's around you, or who people you be around. You know what I'm saying? But, and before I say the but, because I was going to say, but, you should be able to see people for who they are. You should be able to catch certain things. And then I was going to say, and I should have said, everybody is not emotionally equipped to see things for what they are. The mother seems like she's gone through a lot, seems like she's been abused. She seems like she is in a mental fog. And this is the problem that religion can cause, is that it puts people in a situation or in a mental space where they cannot look at reality for what it is and see when somebody is being manipulative. A lot of that is because a lot of people don't know what manipulation really is. A lot of people are not emotionally intelligent enough to see when somebody is trying to get over. They only know what they've been experienced and exposed to. So they don't know how to catch body language and all of that type shit. And that is a portion of my purpose, because I do know. So when I see certain things, I'm supposed to say something. It's the nature of who I am as a person, and I believe it's a portion of my calling to be a truth teller. That means that I can see through a lot, and I study so that I can know, one, what I'm talking about, and then two, what it is that I'm seeing. So when me studying psychology, it was twofold. I studied psychology because I had been through a lot, because I had been diagnosed with PTSD after being in the Army and going to war, and after experiencing the things that I went through with my mom and things. So that in itself made me need healing, right? But just because you need healing does not mean that you go study psychology. That, for me, was enough to send me to study psychology. And then the second part of it was twofold. If I'm going through this, and I am one that's a little bit outspoken, and I'm going to say what needs to be said, and I'm going to, speak when won't nobody else speak, or when other people are more afraid to talk about certain stuff. If I'm going through it, and I am who I am, then I can only imagine what somebody else is going through. And because I can't even fathom what another person might be going through, or what their experience might have been, and how they are harmed or hurt, or just don't know how to, like, if I went through it, then I can help somebody else. My whole life has been based on, if God is allowing me to go through this, it's to help somebody else not to go through it, or not to experience it the way that I'm experiencing it. So that means that every opportunity or everything that I've gone through, I don't want to say opportunity because it's not an opportunity to go through stuff, but if I go through something, for me, this is not for everybody. I believe that my purpose in going through something is to learn so I could teach other people that might go through that as well. So I don't know why I was meant to experience what I experienced with my mom, but after my mom tried to kill me, and I ended up surviving, or whatever the case may be, I felt like God had me go through it for a reason. Ain't no way I experienced that, and it ain't to be used for something bigger than me. So because I felt like that and think like that, it allowed me to repurpose how I see life, how I see experiences, and that is helpful with me being a life coach, it is helpful because everything that I've experienced is a tool now for me to help other people to, overcome things that they might face, or to be encouraged because I went through it, and look at me now. And life is pretty good. So when I look at this person and the videos, there is some red flags, and then there is some. See, the thing with manipulation when it comes to leadership and pastors or people that abuse their power is they use real facts in the way it should be, and then they manipulate it a little bit so that they can get their way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is a mixed bag when you're dealing with them, because they know what they're doing. They definitely know that they are manipulating the system or whatever the thought process is, and they know that you're going to listen. So all that glory to God, some of that is manipulation, because it keeps you going. It keeps you locked in. It keeps you accepting of whatever it is. So people use that. It's a tool. It's a crazy tool to have, but it is one, okay? But I have to go in here now, so.
I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I succeed, at least I live what I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. Because the greatest love of all inside of me is sexuality.
Thank you for joining Speaking Freedom as we continue to assist you with your daily growth and intuitive wisdom. Loving is a lifestyle, and we love to love. Inspiration is how we fuel faith. Please join us daily for your inspiration and motivation.
We have the entire world to offer you at your fingertips. Your life enhancement coaching specialist. Thank you for choosing us to assist you in accomplishing your personal and professional goals. And have a beautiful day. In love, we trust. This is brought to you by Good Head Group, Love Gang, and Speaking Freedom. We thank God for you, and we love you.